Hi, I'm Ashley Jackson. If you've ever thought of painting, why not join me in my group? For the next few weeks, we're going to take you into some of the prettiest landscapes in this region. Painting with me today are Becky Platt, who works in the fashion industry and who hasn't been painting since leaving school. Alan Truman, a waterboard official who's been painting for a couple of years. And Kathleen Meller, recently retired, who paints for a hobby. We're in the most beautiful part of England, the Yorkshire Dales. Here we are, the source of the River Wharfe. What we're going to paint today is the cottage over there on my left, the stream, which is the River Wharfe, the stream of the Wharfe, and the hillside on the right. Now if you note, on my right hand side there's a dead tree. Now that seems to be on the same plane as the cottage. So what we're going to do, we're going to move that dead tree closer to us, nearer to us, and then the composition will come out right. If you look right ahead, you'll see that the stream disappears. Just there is my eye level. Now you'll see that the stream goes above my eye level. That makes it into a waterfall then. You can't have a canal going above your eye level, but you can have a stream because you can have a waterfall, which we have here. So my eye level is about there. That's my eye level. So any horizontal line above it seems to come down to meet it. Now once I've said that, you have a look at that cottage there on the left, and you'll see that because it's old and has subsidence in it, the guttering line is going uphill. It should be coming downhill. So what we have to do is change it, and we have to go to the rules. Make that guttering line, which I'm drawing in now, comes down, seems to come down to your eye level. And then the roof line, there. And what a lovely farmhouse that is. Just look how that roof then, the edge of the building comes down and on where they built on as the years have gone by. And down again. Then you've got your nice tall tree. Lovely, lovely tree there. Look, take it on. There we are. And then we're going to take the sweep of the fell up. Oh, to be in England now that summer's here. Better still, oh, to be in Yorkshire, really. The Texas of England is Yorkshire. Take it across. Come down, bring in the wall, then the waterfall there. Can't see it as much, but there's just a little bit of water coming through. All these are rocks. The most important thing, which we mustn't forget to put in, is the arrow to see where the light's coming from. So we look at the cottage. The left-hand side, the gable end is very, very light, and the side of the cottage is very dark indeed. So now we know that the light's coming over my left-hand shoulder. So we put the arrow in. So whatever it hits is light, and where it misses is shadow. And we've got the light in. Now, the thing I haven't put in yet, and it'll enhance the composition, and that's the dead tree on the right-hand side. Now what we've got to do is move that tree forward, and we're going to take it that it goes out of the picture and gives it a little bit of foreground. Let's have some rocks in here, and then take the tree. The tree grows from the bottom, so draw it up from the bottom. It's a nice gnarled tree. Take it right up. Trees like this, you know, always remind me of praying hands. People who've passed by on years gone by, and those are their hands praying out through the earth to say mercy. I'm a weird fella, but that's how I look at it. That's it. Now that's as much of the drawing you want to do. Don't do any more drawing, because you're going to draw with the brush now. Wet the sky in a windscreen wiper technique, because the world is round, and it gives you the feeling then that the sky is round. It's a nice cobalt blue sky. It's got some ultramarine blue in it. So we'll have the ultramarine blue, a bit of cobalt blue, put a little bit of burnt sienna in it, and we're going to put some clouds here. Put them in to take them out. You'll see what I mean. Put them in there. Cut around your cottage, cut round it. Don't worry about it running in there. Don't worry about that. Right. Moist brush, pick up surplus colour. Moist brush. Now, it wouldn't be going on so lovely if I hadn't to wet the paper first. See? The paper is 140 pounds in weight. And the paper you should use is not cartridge, but you should use a rag paper. Something made out of linen rags or cotton rags. Not from the rag and bone man, you know. Right, now we're going to put the clouds in. Clean your brush out. Pull the brush through your fingers, get all your surplus water out, and then the brush will act as a sponge. Watch. Twist. Twist. Yeah, we twist again. Let's do it again. Down. Keep that wedge edge soft. Don't keep it too hard. Fluffy clouds around here so that we can then get the trees in. Okay, that's the sky finished. Now that wasn't hard, was it? Your skies, when you're painting outdoors, wants to be done in a quarter of an hour. No more than a quarter of an hour. The exciting part now, the water. We're putting it in with the same colour as what we used for the sky. Same brush, there's the brush, squirrel hair, wash brush. I couldn't say that if I had a few pints, you know. Take the water up there. Zigzag it. Don't forget, in watercolour painting, you can put it on heavy because you're going to wipe it out. You're going to wipe out in a minute. So just take it like that. Now where the waterfall's going to fall there, the little one, but we're exaggerating, we're making it into a larger one, leave all that white. Now there's the water done. Don't forget, watercolours is painting with coloured sheets of glass. So now we're going to bring in another sheet of glass. Prussian blue, ultramarine blue, and we're going to bring in cadmium yellow. Look at the grass, there's more yellow in it than blue. That's about it. Now that's too hard, that's opaque. Don't leave it like that, it'll dry like an oil painting. Now you want to have the white showing through, sparkling through, so let's weaken it with water. Take it across. And if you look, you'll see that there's a lot of rocks around there, so just leave them white for the moment. Leave the paper white round there. Down to the water's edge there. Then mop out. Well, that's my washers on now. I'll go and have a look and see what the students are doing. Hey, Alan, what do you think of the scene then, eh?
Well, it's getting out of this.
Do you find it's a challenge, this one?
It is, yeah. I think in this round here, it's looking more like White Cliffs of Dover than rocks.
Well, it is like the White Cliffs of Dover, don't worry. But the problem is, if you have a look at those rocks there, they all fade into one another, don't they? You see, the Yorkshire stone, Alan, does not reflect light. It absorbs it. If those were bricks, there'd be a sheen to it, and you'd be able to see how the shape is. It's all flat to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you do, Alan, is the tops of your rocks, you leave white paper.
Right.
The sides of your rocks, painting with, if you look at that, there's ultramarine blue and crimson in it. And that's all you have to do. That's dead easy to do, Alan. Honestly, it's dead easy. No, hey, it's a challenge for me. This is the thing about working outdoors. It is, honestly. But all the best, you'll be okay on that one. Now, your drawing's lovely. The only one little weakness you have now, you've moved the house but not moved the tree. The tree's in the centre of your picture. So you've got 1, 2, 3, like the 3 ducks on the wall. So what you ought to do is just take that tree, just move it just a little bit off centre. Okay?
I can't do these rocks. I just don't know how many to put in.
Oh well, put in as many as you want.
Right. Okay.
Put it this way. If you was to pay for each rock, see how many you'll put in. Okay? Right, go on, Kathleen. You're in a nice position, aren't you?
An idyllic spot, this, Ashley.
Yeah, that's nice.
If only I wouldn't have to think about painting this water.
Don't let those rocks put you off. Look, if you want to get the real shape, look at the ones on the left-hand side. You'll see the tops of them are a lot lighter.
Well,
White nearly, aren't they?
They're jutting out.
They're
anyway,
jutting out.
aren't
You
they,
see
into
the jutting out. So
Yes.
we get those light on top there, dark at the side, and it's funny that you can see the top, the side, and the bottom.
The dark piece underneath.
Underneath
yes.
it, yeah. All it is confidence, isn't it? That's all
Will it come?
Oh, it'll come. It's coming. It's coming nicely. What I have to do now is to put in the shaded side of the cottage. That is using a chisel edge brush. You're down. Put vertical strokes in. Don't go horizontal. If you go horizontal, you're going to make the cottage lie down. You want the cottage to stand up, and it's vertical. It's standing up vertical, so vertical strokes. On, down. Now look, with me talking and getting excited, I've put in the dark side there, and it should be light. Don't panic. The brush will act as a rubber. Watch. That's me getting too excited, you see, getting carried away again, Jackson. And don't panic about stuff like that. Look. Down, wipe out. Look. Why panic? Now these rocks, look, all we have to do is put the dark sides in, leave the light sides. The light sides will look after themselves. This is Prussian blue and ultramarine blue. Put the dark sides in. And it's a blue day today, a blue light, if you want. Now, the old masters used to have what they call a key colour, and that's what we're doing. In all my paintings, I have a key colour, and our key colour today is blue. So whatever I paint with, I'm using a little bit of blue with my mixture. These rocks are for Kathleen, because she said she couldn't do these rocks on this side. That's the white of the top of the rock, side of the rock, top of the rock, side of the rock. They're like alligators' mouths. Then there's some in the water, so very, very light. Use the same colour up there, bring it down, shape some rocks in the water. If you look at the roof of the cottage there, you'll see that the stones are green. They've got algae on them. Down. Same with the roof here. The roof to the little lean-to. It's a little garage, I think. Stick to a strict palette. Don't go and paint with Joseph Coat of many colours. Just use 1 or 2 colours, that's all. We'll only use 4 colours in the painting when we finish. Maximum 5. Now, you can see that there are many leaves on those trees over there, but don't draw every leaf in. When you do that, you become a pecker. And you don't want to be a pecker, you're like a hen pecking at food. So use a large brush, do the same thing. Look, you can go like that, do the little ones, and then do. So you're cutting all that out. Right, shape that. I'm going to bring the tree in front of that gable end, which it is. Take it to there, pick it up, darken that again. See how that colour there, which I've just put on, was the same as there, but that's dried out. So look how fast it's dried now, how light it's dried out. So I put a window in there, a window in there, 3 windows, a window in there. None at that end, Now, see that beautiful hillside there? What the glacier has done? Just look at that shape there. So we're going to put the shape in. Try and follow nature. And then if you look, there are some trees on it, bushes. So get a smaller brush. All we're doing really is a monochrome, and then we put our tint on top. Now if you look at your rocks, they've got crimson in them. So let's put some crimson in. Touch of burnt sienna, just to tone it down and test it. Test it on the piece of paper here, watch. And then have a look at your rocks there. Just have a look at your rocks in the shadows, and you'll see that that is the same colour, or near enough. A bit more. Down. Let's just go and put some more yellow in. Tint over. Hey, you tint over yet? Tint over. Tint over it, I meant. Tint over here. Yeah. Let's give some bright sunshine. Yeah. And take it up into the hillside. And as you go into the distance, into the centre of the picture, lay off. There. Right. Now that's about it before I start putting the detail in and the water. I'm going to paint the tree next, the one on the right-hand side. You can see it's a lovely tree, is that? It's the gnarled one there. And if you look carefully, you'll see it's got similar colouring of the rocks. The tree begins to grow from the bottom. It starts from the bottom, so take it from the bottom. Up, twist, turn, and as you move away to the top, it gets thinner. We're going to do the second tree with the same mix. Ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, crimson, and burnt sienna. It's got what I call a punk rocker's hairstyle. So we'll get some cadmium yellow, bit of Prussian blue, and now what we're going to do is flick. Press on, flick up, press, flick. Press down, press on, flick. It's got deep, dark branches in it, as well as light ones. So let's go Prussian blue, ultramarine blue, crimson, burnt sienna. As soon as you put the dark branch in, you'll find that these others seem to be behind it. All we need to do now is get the chisel edge brush, wipe it out, and then wipe out round here. Pull out. You want your tree in, but it doesn't want to take over. And down to the water now. To make sure you've got areas where the water's falling over, draw a line across with your chisel edge brush, take it up. So it gives you the feeling of the water coming down, falling over there. Then zigzag. Boomerangs, boomerangs. All we need to do is some vertical strokes to give you the feeling of reflection. Vertical strokes, down, Keep them vertical. Then, with your clean brush, water on, with your boomerangs, pull out. Again, water, pull out. Same down there. Right, let's just deepen this end here. Well, that's it. I'll go and have a look and see what the others are doing. It's grand now, isn't it? Eh?
Hey, I really enjoyed it today, Ashley.
Have you?
Super, yeah. I just feel as I've lost my waterfall down here.
Yeah. It looks flat, doesn't it? So all you need to do there, Alan, is put in some of your rocks here. You need some more rocks. And then if you were to put these larger rocks, which are like quarried rocks, in the foreground here, then your water will seem to fall. You'll have a waterfall. But at the moment, it's too wide, isn't it?
Right.
Okay?
Right, okay.
Go on,
I left it that way
Yeah.
to see if you'll find the pocket in it.
No, well, you know me. I mean, you don't want it like the Grand Canal.
No, you're right.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Your problem's been the rocks. Everybody's been the same. You look at them and you can see the crimson in them. You can see there. But it's only a hint of crimson. It's like using garlic, you know. It's just a hint of garlic in your food. Wash it off a little bit, not much, and let it dry, and then put your blue and grey over the top. And you're there. When you go into the distance, don't forget, every 20 feet away from you is a coloured sheet of blue glass in nature. As the grass comes towards you, there's more yellow in it, and as it goes away from you, right into the distance where those people are walking, it's getting bluer, it's weaker. But I bet you anything, if you walked up to that hill, it'll be just as yellow with the grass as it is here.